Ever since my dad passed away, it was just my mom and me against the world. We were inseparable, two halves of a whole, navigating our grief together. I thought nothing could ever come between us, but I was wrong. It all started when Ma came into the picture. At first I was happy for her, truly. After years of seeing her lonely, it was a relief to see that spark in her eyes again. Mark was charming, I'll give him that. He said all the right things, brought her flowers, and treated her like a queen. I wanted to like him, I really did, for my mom's sake. The first crack appeared during my 17th birthday dinner. It was supposed to be a special night, just the two of us, a tradition we'd held since I was little. But that morning, my mom casually mentioned, I invited Mark to join us tonight. Sweetie, I want him to be part of our special moments. I tried to hide my disappointment. Oh, I thought it was just going to be us. She looked at me, a little defensively. Well, Mark is part of my life now. It's important he feels included. That night he dominated the conversation, talking about his work, his ex-wife, his golf trips. My mom hung on his every word. He didn't ask me a single question about my life, my school, or my upcoming college applications. It felt like I was a stranger at my own birthday dinner. I felt invisible. Things went downhill from there. Our mother-daughter movie nights were replaced with double dates with Mark and his friends. Our inside jokes were explained away to him, losing their magic. He started making small suggestions about our home. The painting my dad made, it was a bit dated and should go in storage. The family photos on the mantelpiece, they made the living room feel cluttered. Each time my mom would agree. Mark has such a good eye for design, she'd say with a smile. It was like watching my past, my memories with my dad, being slowly erased from the house I grew up in. I tried to talk to her about it, to explain how I was feeling. Her response was always the same. You're being too sensitive. You need to give him a chance. The breaking point was the argument over my college fund. My dad had left a significant amount of money specifically for my education. It was his last gift to me, his way of ensuring I had the best possible future. One evening, I overheard my mom and Mark talking in the kitchen. Mark was talking about a fantastic investment opportunity, a business venture he wanted to start, but he was short on capital. My blood ran cold when I heard my mom say, well, there's Sarah's college fund, we could use a portion of that. She could always take out a loan, or go to a community college for a couple of years. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I walked into the kitchen, my heart pounding in my chest. You can't be serious, I said, my voice shaking. Dad left that for my education. It's not for his business idea. My mom looked flustered, avoiding my eyes. Mark stepped forward, putting his arm around her. Now Sarah, don't overreact. This is a great opportunity for our family. When my business takes off, I'll pay it all back, with interest. We have to think about our future together. Our future. What about my future? The one my dad had so carefully planned for. I looked at my mom, pleading with my eyes. Mom, please, don't do this. This is everything Dad wanted for me. She finally looked at me, but her expression was cold, distant. Mark is my future now. Sarah, we're building a life together, and that requires sacrifices. You're almost an adult. You need to understand that. Sacrifice. She wanted me to sacrifice my future for her new boyfriend's get-rich-quick scheme. In that moment, I saw it with painful clarity. She had made her choice and it wasn't me. The bond I thought was unbreakable had been shattered. I was no longer her priority. I was an obstacle. The next morning, I packed a bag. I took my birth certificate, my social security card, and the small box of photos of me and my dad that I kept by my bed. I wrote a short note. I love you, but I can't watch you choose him over me, over Dad's memory, over my future. I have to go. I left it on my perfectly made bed, in a room that no longer felt like mine. I walked out the front door and didn't look back. It was the hardest thing I've ever had to do, walking away from the only parent I had left. I went to my aunt's house, my dad's sister. She opened the door, took one look at my face and pulled me into a hug without a single question. I cried for hours, letting out all the pain, the betrayal, and the loneliness I had been holding in for months. She listened. She held my hand, and she told me I had a home with her for as long as I needed one. With her help, I was able to secure my college fund. The legal battle was short but ugly. My mom actually tried to fight me for it. Seeing her in court, with Mark by her side, looking at me like I was the one who had betrayed her, was the final confirmation I needed. The mother I knew was gone. It's been a few years now. I'm in my final year of university, studying to be a graphic designer. I'm top of my class, and I even have a part-time internship at a great firm. I've built a life for myself, a life my dad would be proud of. I have a support system in my aunt and a great group of friends. I'm happy, but it's a different kind of happiness, one tinged with a permanent scar. My mom and Mark got married. She sends me a text on my birthday and on holidays. They're usually short, generic messages. Happy birthday, hope you're well. Love, Mom. I usually just reply, thanks, you too. There's too much water under the bridge, too much hurt to pretend things can ever go back to the way they were. Walking away from my mom was a decision born from self-preservation. It was about choosing myself when the person who was supposed to choose me didn't. It taught me that sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself is to let go, even if it breaks your own heart. It taught me that family isn't always about blood. It's about who shows up for you, who supports your dreams, and who loves you unconditionally. And for anyone out there who feels invisible in their own home, or feels like they're losing a parent to a new relationship, please know that you are not alone. Your feelings are valid. Choosing to protect your own heart and your own future is not selfish, it's necessary. You deserve to be a priority. You deserve to be seen and loved for who you are. Thank you so much for listening to my story. If you've been through something similar, I'd love to hear about your experience in the comments. And if you found this story helpful, please like and subscribe for more content. Take care of yourselves.